Hey guys, what's up? My name is Ricky Weidman, and today is December 12th. I know, it's been a while, it's almost there. Some shit happened. But if funny were like a traditional thing that you get on Christmas or around Christmas time, like kind of like those tubs of popcorn that eventually turn into wastebaskets in your bathroom. And a question about that to those who make those. Why is the original butter section bigger than the caramel and cheesy section combined? Like, can't you make one with like more cheesy section or more caramel section? Like, I don't get it. Maybe it's tradition and it's supposed to be that way, and that's the way it's been for generations, and people would open it up and think they was the end of the world if they found more caramel than more regular popcorn. But you know what? Times are changing. They're letting gays into heaven now. So maybe you should just change with it. But anyways, if I was a traditional thing that you get around Christmas time, I would be a big effing box of goldfish. But anyways, something I didn't feel like typing about, Sherlock Holmes. This comes out on Christmas. I'm sure you've seen a preview. This is a little review of a preview, because now they're down to just flashing words and then like a little cutscene, and then flashing words and a little cutscene, and then flashing words and a girl almost naked and you're about to see the ass, and then the dude jumps out a window, and then an explosion. So I don't see why anyone doesn't want to see it. But I could see how it could be misleading, because you read the book and it wasn't nearly as cool as that, because evidently it's reading, so it can't be cool unless it's a comic book, but then it's not really reading. Then it's more looking at pictures with words next to them. But let me tell you what, on my Dungeons and Dragons campaign to kill Jack the Reaper, we had a Sherlock Holmes type character. And his charisma score was so high that shit like that would happen all the time. So have no fear, people who read. It portrays almost identical to that of one created in D&D with a charisma score of ridiculousness. So no matter how ridiculous it feels, like not reading a book, because evidently you're watching a movie, and if it's not in subtitle fashion, then you wouldn't have to read nearly as much. So it's more like a comic book, and then therefore it's not really a book. It's more like pictures with words next to them. So what do you gotta lose? Lose. Something you guys need to think of. I know, you know, The Biggest Loser, marathon, whatever, season thing is over. And I know you know. And don't act like you don't know. Because everybody who's anybody who's got a clique or some sort of gang or some sort of affiliation with other people, some sort of social freaking stamp on their forehead that says, I am this, has a fat friend. Everybody's got a fat friend, because you need the fat friend in the group in order to have a group to be called an official group. So if you are an official group, you know you have a fat friend, and that fat friend either watches or knows somebody who watches, or it's heard or wants to be on The Biggest Loser. I used to have a fat friend, and at that time that I had a fat friend, I still kind of have a fat friend. He's not going to be a fat friend for very long, because he's... But anyways, my fat friend... Oh, well, technically I could say that Dennis is my fat friend. Yeah, we'll go with that. My fat friend at the time that this is occurring, I bought a lot of anime online. So I want you people to think about it. If you're going to be sitting on your ass because you're fat, or because you want to watch the show for whatever reason, and you're supposed to have this segue to some mind-altering cosmic change of how you look at the world, and you want to make yourself a better place, whatever. You could watch The Biggest Loser, or you could watch anime. Now, more importantly, I think they need, because this show has been going on forever, they need to make a Dark Side Blues 2. Now, for those of you that are fans, and for those of you that are now like screaming inside your mind, oh my God, you are right, give this man the Pulitzer. Calm down, because they probably won't, but you know, I'm just saying, think about it, guys. Think about it, anime people out there. Go make a website and start a petition. But that shit didn't work for Firefly, so I don't expect it to work for Dark Side Blues 2. But I'm just saying, people, think about it. If you're going to sit on your ass and try to reach enlightenment, why not have flashy, magical, mystical colors flashing before your head instead of fat people trying to lose weight? I'm just saying, lots of different paths you can take to enlightenment. As much anime as exercise equipment, as much anime as diet, as much anime as there is fat people in this world. Brings me to my paper bag idea of the day. It's the holiday season. A lot of shitty music and bells, people in hats, and like gift buying. There's all this tradition and junk that is occurring now around us. And sometimes we have to do a little song and dance. So, with no further ado, I present to you a little number. Wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. We could try times with all the lives that you've been living. And if you do not want to see me again, I would understand. I would understand. They revolt a bit too insane. I sing over a secret pain. You know you don't belong to say. You can put the past away. Wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. You could cut ties with all the lives that you've been living. If you never want to see me again, I will understand. I would understand. The Jews would understand. Cause they can't. Look, people, I'm just saying. Sometimes we gotta do a little song and dance, because the only time shit makes sense is when you're blurring and slurring and morphing a conjunction of lyrics into some sort of drivel that comes out of your mouth while you're going 85 down the effing highway. Sometimes that is the only time when the words that come out of your frickin' mouth, even though you have no idea what you're saying or what kind of thing is happening, make any goddamn sense. So rock on. Hang 10. Call me. Donate to Santa. Because, frankly, you're not gonna leave any cookies out for him this year. It's the season of giving, people, so peace and double peace.